All right, picking up right where we left off here. Thelma 3. We have a release date of July for that. And I want to make another movie, of course. I'm thinking about like getting Raytoven going again, right? So getting that franchise going again. And I think since our actor is pretty good here, we're only paying him $20K. They're taking 4%, and the critics actually like him. I think that's what we're gonna keep with. So this is gonna be Raytoven 2 because we can. Raytoven 2, and you know what? Actually, because we can sounds like a decent title for the movie. So Raytoven 2 will be there. Let's get you in here for features. We can almost get all those features. I wanna leave one of my directors available to do something else. So maybe we put you like this. Impacts the pool of talented interested. So I kind of need everybody to have the best talent for this, don't I? So if I looked at the script, this would be the winner right here. 1.7 million. Yikes. But international release would be huge. They take 10%. We could maybe get away with this one. It's a lot less money. A lot less money. But not as much appeal. I think this is just really going to sell it. You know, it's right there. So why don't we work on our family dog movie? Just to keep that legacy alive. Okay, let's just keep it going. All right. And I think actually for research purposes here, so we're gonna get, I think, let's go multi-genre. I think we'll get multi-genre going too, because that's just gonna open up some more interesting projects for us. All right. So let's let this run. And I want to also just real check on my ancillaries here. So we have 7 months left in that. We have to make sure that we're ready to look for new deals. All right. Thelma is going to be a success. Everyone's going to love it. Very, very nice. Our dog movie is our family movie just stays 30% across the board. So that's neat. I like that. And then for our dog movie, what did we have before? It worked really well. I think vernacular was on there. Cultural references was on there. I don't remember. Quips and catchphrases maybe was on there. Those are pretty cheap. And they get me over the mark. I don't need anything else, which is kind of nice. So maybe we'll just leave it because that gets me over the thing. I don't like how cookie cutter that is. I realize this is the most optimal way to do it, right? Is to just hit the numbers on the screen. But if you're playing the game because you really want to be creative with the movies and stuff, then like I would want to go in and have, you know, different things, shoot on location for certain things, maybe have some character arcs developed in there or whatever. Like I can't do that and play the game perfect. You know what I mean? Like I've had comments about like how this stuff works. That's why I'm most interested, I think, or even more interested, I think, in like Hollywood Animal in that regard, because I feel like, and maybe I don't, but I feel like I have more creative control over it and I can be rewarded for that creativity, if that makes sense. But this one here is a bit more, like I said, cookie cutter in how it wants you to do things. Okay, so we know where all these sliders go. That's pretty straightforward. So for visual effects, film score, storytelling, we could maybe have a nested story in there. Stunts, no fight choreography. I don't think that would be necessary. Maybe Foley. Maybe Foley. We'll put some Foley in there too. No big deal. It's all good. All right. Thelma Last Stand was an incredible success. Everyone loves it. Okay. So when this film is done filming, should we go to marketing ourselves? I think not. Even though we have some international appeal here, I think it's very expensive, and I don't think we'll make enough money doing it yet. So I think we're still going to go third party this time. But and we're going to want summer. So let's postpone that choice just a little bit, I think. Yeah. Learning to fly. Let's get a little bit of analysis on that, if we could, please. And then are we full on candidates here? We have 4 available seats. So why don't we get another analyst? God, I want to do local ads. All right, Thelma. Do your thing. I want to get mid. I'm gonna wait one more point here. There it is. And then I'm gonna get mid-level scouting. We're gonna get better people here. Okay, first thing I want to do is get local ads on, I think, my marketing team. I need to replace them. I think I want better people right away, and that's going to lead to having much better marketing, much better distribution and stuff. So we're going to go into our staff management here, our marketing team. As good as you guys are, thank you, but no thank you. And I'm going to take and fire all of you. We're going to get rid of our entire marketing team right now. And then we're going to replace them with much more skilled people. And there we go. Farrell Cranklin Charlie. Thanks. Thelma 3 is a big hit. We love it. Yes, we do. We love it. Let's get our dog movie here. Let's get our family dog movie in on the summer, yeah? Okay, so we want people who like creative people. Love creative colleagues. So this person right away, that's great. We'll hire you. And then we want to run another search because I want people that really mess with us well. Yeah, doesn't mind creative, but I want people that like creative. So let's get hopefully 2 more candidates, and we'll pay the extra for it because we're making good money. Ancillaries. We need to get another thing running on this. Crap, I don't have enough salespeople. Maybe I need to hire another salesperson. We're gonna go like an extra month and a half without any deals here, just so we can get an extra salesperson there. All right, look at all these creative people. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I love it. All right, so we'll get you, and we'll get your copywriting. I think I want the vendor management. It's probably better, isn't it? You're gonna cost more. I'm gonna grab this one. Okay, we have 3 marketing people. That's good enough. Let me get one more analyst. And then for this, we're going to go into the summer. We got a little bit of competition there in August, but I think it's okay because I don't want to get in with the World Cup. So August it is. We'll pick that date for it. And Raytoven just became a classic. Of course it did, because everybody loves it. That's great. We're going to go into our special editions, and we're going to make sure that Raytoven has a special edition that we are selling. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then for the analyst, let's get, what are you liking? Likes meticulous, doesn't like creative. So if you don't like creative, you're not working here. This analyst is okay. That works for me. And then scouting, we're going to go into sales, get 1 salesperson too. Yep. Beautiful. Raytoven's just always a success for our family dog movies. We're going to have to bring that into the other game too. Okay, so let me get the analysts working on this movie so we can get all the insights about Redo. I mean, I think everybody just hit it, right? Just everybody learn what Redo is all about. We can just learn everything about this right now. Because time travel movies are cool. That's why. That's the only reason why. So getting another analyst, I think maybe, yeah, dislikes creative. I don't want that. So all of these guys dislike creative. These are my salespeople. So I think maybe we'll take 1 more salesperson here. That's fine. And then the last person that I want to get is another producer. If I can get 1 more, right? My scouting, I have how many seats? 2 seats available. More producers mean more money. Speaking of which, actually, let's wait till Redo's done. There. So we better pretty much learn everything we can about sci-fi right here. And that's going to be really helpful. So, speaking of sci-fi, I think I want to make another sci-fi movie. Let's go medium. And for the theme of our sci-fi movie, let's do something I've done before. So we got detective, ninja, steampunk. I don't think I've done steampunk yet in this game, even in the last playthrough. Steampunk. That could be sci-fi. It absolutely could. I could argue it would work as fantasy too, I suppose. But I think sci-fi is a better fit for it. As far as rating goes, well, I don't know. Let's make it R. I don't know. And we're going to call this one... this is Oh, it's a sci-fi movie. Well, we have multi-genre now too. Interesting. Sci-fi adventure. A steampunk sci-fi adventure. Yeah, I like it. Let's call this one Sprocket. I don't know, just the name that just popped into my head. I want to do it. We'll make sure we have the best talent on this. And then for the script, nobody really loves it. We have very little appeal here. I wonder if I change the rating to PG-13 if they'll like it more. PG-13 does work better with adventure, so perhaps that is a better fit. It doesn't seem like that actually changes what their interest is in this. Not very much anyway. We definitely have a lot of appeal here, so we won't have great critic scores, but we'll sell. We'll get a lot of copies going if we do that. I think I'm probably more... I'm leaning on this. They don't like the script a lot, but man, that's a lot of money. This is a huge difference. I'm going to do this. This is way cheaper for me. And then I want... Yeah, this is my talent right here, I think. This is where we're bringing in the money. And we're going to distribute this ourselves as well. So let's go ahead and make Sprocket. Okay. Seems good. Raytoven did it great. Did great because we can. Now, the fatigue and stuff is still a factor. So we want to go into our trends. And we want to have one of our analysts be focusing on game trends or genre trends. And one of them focusing... didn't I just put Sally? I put Sylvia there. So why is she available here? Can I put her on both? Okay, I didn't think so. Just... All right, it's fine. I want to put you on both of those. And then Thelma 3... We're going to have... Nobody can analyze. That's fine. We already know those ones pretty well, so we'll just leave that alone. All right, and then for my producers, I think I want... Wow, you're not... Okay, you're all giving me one creative producer. I can run with that. Give me another one there, and then I think one more. One more creative producer. All right, production planning. I didn't get into the research area to get anything unlocked, but I think it's probably fine. So let's see. For Sprocket, steampunk, sci-fi adventure. We'll focus on sci-fi adventure first. I would think set design is a big deal. Costume, I mean, yeah. I'm just gonna leave the sliders right here. I think this is probably okay for now. We'll see where they need to move from here. For steampunk, I would think just taking a look at things here. I would go with probably both of these. Well, what period is it though? That's the thing. It's not really anything in the max. It's not. It's a themed. It's a themed wardrobe, not necessarily a period specific though. Locations might be important. Maybe we'll go on location. Lights. None of that. Yeah, I think that's probably all right. Interactive mechanisms would have been nice to have, but I don't have it. So I guess I'm just gonna have to put up with that. And I'm over the mark anyway right now, so I think I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I'm not sure what to think of that, but we'll figure it out. Okay, and then I want another producer. So we can get this guy right here as a creative. He's a very expensive creative, though. Man, I'd like to have maybe someone not quite 38,000. That's going to eat into some stuff. But you know what? If they make great films, it's worth it, right? Get good people. And your features is horrible. Yeah, it's horrible. I would have liked to have gotten this guy. Help with reputation a bit more. I guess you won't do well with features, but you're going to get us some good talent, I suppose. It's not too bad. I could make it work. Or we just get, you know, the junior one and train them up because they're way less expensive, but I want to make them now. So I think I will hire you anyway. Because I can get some really good movies going with that, I think. So we'll let this run just a little bit more. And then actually, since we have those producers, let's put them to work together. See if they like to work together on... Let's do... let's do another political thriller. You know, I think we can do another political thriller. We know that mixture quite well, right? And then I guess if we were going to do we want to go back to one of these maybe? But maybe we take the game. Can we do a sequel on this yet? Critics don't like this guy. That's the problem. But he's got great appeal. Maybe we'll do another game. The game. And I think this will be the game 2. Right? The game. The game. Wow, I can't speak. Type the word. The game 2. Face Off. I don't know. It's not really a hockey movie so much as the John Travolta, Nicolas Cage type of Face Off that has nothing to do with politics, but whatever. And you know what? Just to throw this, a big wrench in it to make it really successful, we'll get Quentin Tarantino on it. Yeah. A Quentin Tarantino political thriller. And since it's Quentin Tarantino, we can do multi-genre. I'm thinking this one is crime. I'm thinking of a political crime thriller with Quentin Tarantino at the helm. We're gonna let you guys do that one. That's fine with me. That's completely fine with me. Okay, for Sprocket, we want to take. It goes here. We know that. I'm not sure we really need a whole lot for special effects, and I'm not really sure what we'll move it for sound. I think we'll just leave it alone. It's probably okay. Yeah, I think it's probably fine. And then let's see. It's in sci-fi adventure. This is for steampunk though, not sci-fi adventure. So I would think. I want to say field recording would have been really nice to have, but no. Foley is okay. Not sure it's a good use of the money yet. Experimental music makes sense. I'm not sure so much about the demo experts. I mean, there's a lot of you get obviously steam and stuff, right? But I don't know about explosions. It's not like it's an action movie. Animatronics is... And there's a lot of moving parts and stuff. We could maybe incorporate animatronics into that. But I don't think so. Slow motion could be all right. Yeah, slow motion could work. That's technically over my mark, so I think I'm probably fine here. But I'll go ambient sounds. We'll just put some extra stuff in there to see if it works. And then for research sake, on the post-production side, I'm looking for face-off actually. So production side of things. What are we going to want for our political crime thriller? Right? Does cultural landmarks matter? Luxury vehicles? I don't know. Maybe we've got everything we need already, you know? Maybe. I'm thinking probably writing needs to go up here. And I think I'll leave the others alone. I think we're just going to do this one for now. So politics. A period writer is pretty much essential. Vernacular expert is pretty much essential. I would also think that character arcs are good. We'll put those in there. And then I don't think anything else matters so much. Maybe period wardrobe. We don't have anything. Locations would have been great. Like cultural landmarks and stuff would have been great, but we don't have that. So for now, we'll just focus on the dialogue. We'll focus on all that stuff. And we'll hope that it's enough to... Yeah, we'll hope that it works. Maybe we'll throw a voiceover in there too. Why not? I don't know. All right, distribution type. Now, we should have a team that's capable of this now, I think. Right? So we have marketing people that I believe are capable of this. We need vendor management and copywriting. So we have much better stats on that now. So I think we can hit all of them. Good. We can get our own worldwide distribution right here for Sprocket. So we'll see what that's about in a second. There we go. Post-production for the game, for Face Off. Okay. Crime thriller. We can put this down, put this up. And I think we're probably good with these settings just the way they are for now. For crime movies, yeah, I mean, I could see where... I could see... this is for politics, though, not for crime. This is for politics. So for politics... you know, fight choreography doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Ambient sounds could make sense. Accent coach matters. Yep. I would say nested stories matters. It's kind of it for what we have unlocked. I might have done cross-cutting, but I think that's probably fine for what we have. Yes. We'll let that run just the way it is. Okay. 4-hour campaigns. Because we have better writers, you can see they are much more effective at what they do here. So this is our steampunk adventure, rated PG-13. Definitely want to appeal to students and pop that up like that. That's pretty good. Let's target people in the middle. How about radio? There we go, 95%. Now we can do one more, but is it worth it? If we were going to do one more, maybe it would be newspaper. That's 100%, but if I take one of these away, I just want to see what we're lacking and see if I can't get it a bit more efficiently. So it looks to me like 95s across the board is pretty good. By taking this away, I lose the 2 demographics in the center here, and then the ones on the edges here. Okay, so this one I think is a little bit easier to replace. So I need to have a focus in the center. So if I went to theaters here instead, it's still 100% though. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to... All right, we'll just spend the money because we get 100% coverage. I think it's all right. I don't know if it's worth an extra 9 million though. Right? Is it worth an extra 9 million when we could just have 95s and save $9 million and still have 95% reach? I think that's probably better. We'll run with that instead. And then for our wonderful politics movie. Oh, sorry, this isn't politics. This is our sci-fi movie. Yeah, this is Sprocket. Okay, well, Sprocket, I kind of wanted to release it in the summer, but August is taken. Yeah, all right. We could wait and release it in June of next year. Wow, that's crazy. What's the budget on this one? It's an XL. There's only one adventure movie here. And we know that it's neutral attitude here too. If I wait till September, it's still neutral, but there's no competition. I lose summer, which is, I think, a problem for me. I lose summer. But maybe we can hit the holidays. How about Thanksgiving? Is award season a bad thing here? We don't know. Thanksgiving is probably pretty good. There's no competition. Let's try to hit Thanksgiving. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I think we'll try it for this. Let's see how that runs. Learning to Fly is in my back catalog now too. I want to get my analysts to look at this stuff too. So give me an analysis on this movie right now. Tell me what's up with Beethoven. We want to do another worldwide distribution here, but we have to make sure that we can pick our 3 people, right? Since we can't do that, let's postpone the choice until the worldwide marketing for Sprocket is done. The post-production's happening anyway. We know about family movies. Yes, we're very good with family movies. We got it. And then let's also take Thelma, and we'll learn everything we can about Thelma really quick too. So let's just go ahead and do that. Sprocket is looking pretty good. Avocado is okay, but you know what we were going to get with the critic scores that were down a little bit more, but I think ultimately we're going to make a profitable movie there, so that's great. We already won our award for this video, so I feel accomplished. Global market redefines film success. Production costs are finally stabilizing, but the international box office has become the dominant determining factor of a film's success, causing studios to rely increasingly on global audiences to turn their blockbusters into profitable ventures. At the same time, DVD sales are booming. Yada, yada, yada. Yes. Beethoven is up for an award of some kind. Here we go. Okay, so crime is working okay for summer. It's still a good match for summer. That's nice to know. Let's take a quick look at Sprocket. This is our steampunk movie. We don't know exactly how well certain things worked, so we'll give it a shot. It does look like ultimately Sprocket will be a loss at the box office, but I think we'll make up for it with ancillaries. So I think it'll be all right. We did not win. We did not win our award, guys. Didn't happen, but it's okay. It's gonna be fine. All right, so Thanksgiving sci-fi. We know almost everything about this now. We need to have special effects a little higher with sci-fi. That makes sense, I guess. Sound design a little lower. I don't know about that, but all right. Costume and makeup lower for sci-fi is also a little questionable. If it's got to be lower, it can't be much lower. I would think makeup would be like a really important deal for that sort of thing, but all right. You can do worldwide. I think maybe we open up the IP marketplace, see what that's all about, and let's also grab supporting actors so we can get some additional actors in here too, huh? Some additional appeal. Would love to do that. So if I was to make another smashing success, I would say we would want to make another, like the game is already releasing, so we don't necessarily want to do that right away. We could easily do, I think, another, you know what? Let's take a look at the trends. Yeah, we'll see what does the game want me to make? Biographies. All right. Maybe a political biography. Maybe a sports biography. We have sports is kind of meh at the moment. Okay. Looks like the human beings are loving. That's a really weird way to word that. It just slipped out. But you know what? That's just the way it is. The human beings are really liking magic at the moment. A magical biography doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, though, unfortunately. I could do a magical family movie, maybe. I'm not sure how well those two things work together. I just think people are boring. Like, they just don't like him at all. There's nothing they're really into. Maybe horror is the big thing now. You know? They're just not into much. But we could try magic. We could try magic. We could make something magical. I don't know. Let's pick something. Let's make something magical. Okay. We can go with fantasy works really well with magic, of course. So we'll go with that. And we'll say magic. So a magic fantasy. Let's go with a magic fantasy action movie. This will be very avant-garde for me. And we'll go PG-13. Just like nothing we've ever done before together. Just to see what works, okay? And then we'll pick our team. We want good reputation people with us. So let's get some more people that help our reputations. Maybe, let's go. This team is adequate. This will work. And this is going to be a fantasy magic action movie. Like Push? Maybe like Push. Push is a good fantasy magic action movie. I mean, I don't know if it's a good movie. I can't say it's a good movie, but it's fun. I think it's all right. Not sure I like this whole like 1.6 million plus 11% participation thing this guy's got going on, but you know, sometimes you got to pay the bill. Let's see what we get if I want some with decent appeal. This guy's kind of in the middle. Still 7.5% though. I think I'd rather give 3% here and have okay ratings. you have very little domestic appeal here. However, we have now the ability to use a supporting role to garner additional appeal, right? So we can get more with that. So what if I was to go something like I want something that's gonna sell right in the middle, but $2 million up front. Yikes. All right, so what are we giving up here? Almost 20% of the movie. I mean, we're self-publishing now, so it doesn't matter as much. Fantasy, action, magic. I mean, action works really well with R. I know that. Fantasy and magic, PG-13 maybe is okay. I'm not sure this will work great. It'll probably turn out just like Push did. So let's just do that. And then Face Off. We didn't get summer because I'm an idiot. Maybe it's okay. We could make it like a springtime drama. It's just sitting here doing nothing. We have a marketing team ready, so let's just get that going, and we can postpone it later. Push it to the beginning of next year or something. It's fine. Bring that down, and let's bring the set design up for our fantasy action. We'll go here, I guess. Yeah. Then for magic, let's do period wardrobe. We have, yeah, I don't know if set armor, maybe it's fantasy setting, so but that doesn't matter here, right? So breakable set makes sense for magic. Things are exploding and on all that. I'll get the demolition guys later on the other one. That's good. I don't know if I really care about. Let's get. I have to go up on vernacular. I don't think cultural references will matter, but it's 75K, so all right. Let's put it on. Let's put it on location. If set design needs to be higher, then maybe that's where we want to spend our cash. So I'm gonna bring the cultural references away, and that's where we'll be here. So on location gives us 5 points. We're at 10 out of. We don't need this many. Period wardrobe. I still think that's a good one for this though. For magic, well, we'll leave it. That's fine. Let's just leave it. And we'll keep it as it is. Self-distribution for the game Face Off 2. Let's get started on that. I want, let's see, 11.2 for billboards, radio. We're up to 82. I might be able to pull this off if I do the right combination. I'm thinking the right combination is here. 95, 93. 98, 95 is probably as good as I'm going to get for without spending an additional $11 million. So let's run that. And then for you, political thriller crime. I kind of like award season here, but I think I'm going to play it safe and just put it in the fall. Just put it as close as possible to release here. Okay. Let that run. We're not making any ancillary revenue right now. Hey, you know, sometimes you just don't see it. Sometimes it's just not there. For stunts, this is an action movie, but it doesn't matter. Magic is what matters. Demolition experts. Yes, I think so. I would say Foley maybe, but I'd have to go higher on music design there to do that. So bring down the editing, I guess. I think editing is still pretty good. We just won't have Foley. Pacing, I think slow motion is good here too. Visual effects, demolition expert, and screw it. Put the fight choreography in there. We can. All right, let's go back and get the ancillaries right now since we're not getting them. Sales. I want you guys to get me a really good deal, okay? Give me something really good to work with here, okay? Face Off just made me a shit ton of money. That's a metric shit ton, by the way, not imperial. And then we have to postpone marketing until the other one is done, which is very, very close. There we go. Made $16 million on the Face Off. On the game too, Face Off. Yeah. All right, lots of different deals here. This one's will last a little longer. I like that. Special editions, they like that. These guys love special editions, but it's bad on cult classics and stuff. So I think I'm just gonna run with this. 8 years. It's a decent deal. I like that. I'm gonna run with that. And now I can make more money doing that. All right, let's get our analysis team to tell me about the game. And then also we'll get push going. We're gonna make this a summer flick. So all of my marketing team work on the worldwide distribution for that. Yeah? All right. And then I think I want to go into look at the IP marketplace, right? I haven't actually done that yet. I unlocked it, but I haven't done it yet because I've been just like in my head, I have some movies that I'd like to make, right? Okay, so Thriller needs a little bit less on the costume and makeup, but otherwise we're pretty solid. Now, how do we do the IP marketplace? Where do we find that? My movies, it's probably right here. Intellectual property. Okay. These are my IPs. And we have cartoons. We can actually choose what sources we're looking for. Okay. Select the type of IPs you want to source. The popularity of the IPs you source will vary depending on your prestige and the skill level of your staff. That's what salespeople are for, right? We do pretty well here. Let's take a couple of salespeople. And we'll see if we can't source. Oh, interesting. So do they have to... I think they have to sit here for a bit and work this. Yeah, they have to come up with a list for me based on these. Okay, well, I think maybe we'll take the anime manga one away for now. Just let them find it. You know what? It's fine. Yeah, let them find everything. If that's how that works anyway. I'm not sure it does. Employee promotion. You can have it. I'm making a lot of money. You guys can make... If you come to me wanting a raise, you're going to get it. Okay. Everybody's going to get it. It's fine. Radio seems pretty effective here. We're a little light on the midsection domestically. So maybe we grab television to bump it a little bit more here. And then we can bump just a hair. That side, 92, 96. I think this one was the better pick. Yeah. 96, 97. And I don't need to spend $11 more million. Okay. Now I wanted summer, but we're going to have competition through the summer here for my fantasy action magic movie. But this is an extra large budget too. Ugh. I don't like it. It's just an action movie. Mine's mostly fantasy's primary, so maybe it's not a big deal. You can also see that magic works good here. Action, not so much. Maybe if we shift to August. Nope, I guess action is just the bad sentiment all around here. I don't really want to wait until the holidays for this. Although magic does tend to work pretty well during magical seasons, right? But I think ultimately I'm just going to have to suck it up and have them not like my subgenre here. They won't go see this one, right? But they love the magic thing. So I'm going to have this. I don't think it's the best time necessarily to release it, but it'll be all right. And then I can take a look at trends and stuff too as we move to the next video. So we have one here. The Berries of Rage. Okay, 46 popularity. It's going to cost me $24 million to secure the rights to that. Drama, family relationships theme. Okay. Well, I'm not in love with it. Neither is the general public. I'm not in love with my movie here either. My fantasy action magic movie that just... Hey, it's good to know what works together. You know, this is... I don't know everything. Let's see how it works. I don't know. Take our push. And let's analyze it. Tell me why it didn't work. I probably don't need all of you on it. Yeah, target's 80, right? So I don't know, whatever. Just tell me everything. Highlight it all. Tell me as much as you can so that I know what works and what doesn't for this particular genre. When you start getting into multi-genre, it starts to like, you have to, I wonder whether they work together or not, right? So you have to see. I think I did an okay job on that though. As far as the mixture and the themes go, they work okay together. The only thing it's telling me that I quote unquote failed on is just my sound design needs to be more investment in it. But at least I have a decent affinity for everything. We don't know if fantasy action works well, but I'm fairly confident it's a blue, right? Maybe not green, but it's most likely a blue. So I mean, we didn't do bad. I think we did all right. All right. So I am gonna wrap this up here while we're in between films. Okay. We can see that the IP marketplace is running really well. We have 6 for sale. So if I take a look at this one more time, we've now found 6 right through here, right? We got novels. We got comics, maybe. Some that are more popular than others. This one's the space movie, Pastorama. Okay. That's not bad. This is Pastorama. A lazy man from the past is revived in a futuristic era and teams up with a space delivery crew. All right, soda meter, license constraints. So how does this work actually before we sign off on this, sign out for today? So it has to be a sci-fi space theme, rated PG-13 with a large budget. And we have to give it a large budget. Okay. License constraints, avocado meat. So let's read this. So acquired IPs may come with licensing restrictions, including a minimum avocado score for each movie in the IP, a minimum soda score for each movie in the IP, a maximum gap allowed between the production of 2 installments within the IP. Failing to meet any of these conditions results in a strike. Accumulating 3 strikes will lead to losing the IP. Okay. So we have to basically achieve a soda meter above a 6.0 with a large budget in order to have this. Well, I mean, we can do large budget movies now, right? I think. Yeah, right here. I can hit this button and then I'll have it. I can't do blockbusters yet, but yeah, I could do it right there. So I could technically make that happen just to see what it's all about. And we buy the IP for it. And I don't know how popular that will be, but you know, hey, space, sci-fi, we like it, right? Let's buy it and see what happens. Yeah? Has to be a large budget. We can handle that? I think so. So Pastorama will be the first film we create. The deadline is December of 2004, so we have 3 years to make the movie on this. And as long as we check the box that we're required to check for it, then we get to keep it. All right? I guess that's good. All right, that's what we'll work on next video. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.